She knows it too. Because she had an opportunity in the first set where she had an overhead and she mishit it.
Yep.
She mistimed her jump on the first one, and that one she just.
40-15. So a couple of opportunities now for Zonova to square the second set at 2 games apiece.
And she hasn't wavered in her approach. Her serves have been, for the most part, first serves have been in and they've been deep. And they're setting up her points. Well, that's a great return from Kaplan because that was the kicker out wide. And Kaplan got a great return. And I think she caught Zonova a little bit by surprise, and she chunks into the net.
James, as you mentioned earlier in this set, Zonova lost her first set of the state tournament. Lost it badly, 2-6, and then won the second set 7 games, 5-5. So she very easily could have been bounced in the second round as the #1 seed, getting a bye into the second round. But now after holding serve, she's won her second straight game of this set, and now we're tied 2 games all.
Absolutely punished that second serve. Got to set her up and absolutely lets loose with the 2-handed backhand. And if Kaplan can get up her percentage on the first serves, it may not be a 3-set match.
Another first serve rejected by the net.
Great response. Absolutely blistered again. Cross court, backhand, on the run. She's done that a couple of times.
Still some concern about the call.
I just want to make sure she called it. It was out.
She didn't call it.
She did make a motion.
So Kaplan had signaled that the cross-court forehand from Zonova was out, but didn't verbally say out. Zonova then called her on it and said, well, I didn't hear her call it, but the chair umpire says she did indicate that it was out. So the point went to Kaplan.
Zonova's not... She really liked that explanation. Because she absolutely just chucked that one kind of disgustingly into the net. She got to regroup.
Second miss hit of the match for Kaplan, 30-all.
The ball kind of kicked up a little higher than I think Kaplan expected, and obviously messed up her timing. It's the big point here. Second serve. Zonova looking to win her 3rd game in a row after being down 2-0 in the second set.
And that one did catch the line.
Now it's imperative for Kaplan. The sophomore really needs to get a first serve in because the second serves, for the most part, and throughout this match, have been getting punished. And she does.
Deuce.
Big.
For the first time in the second set, a game goes to deuce. She has kept her composure so well in this match, but we saw a little frustration there in the first serve. And that was out. Advantage Kaplan.
Advantage Kaplan. Deuce.
Back to deuce.
You had a chance. You got the good first serve in there, but then Zonova with 2 quality shots, pin Kaplan back, and she hits it out.
That's a nice winner.
That really is.
Advantage Kaplan.
Well thought out point there by Kaplan, side to side. Good bat, double back in, 2-handed back in down the line, and Zonova unable to get to it.
Deuce.
Zonova with the backhand winner herself.
And the thing is, Kaplan thinks she's, I constructed that point well, and then, she's, those 2-handed backhands have been real stout.
That was out.
And she's going both ways. She's not only going down the line with those, she's going cross court as well.
And after the backhand winner, a forehand winner for Zonova. An advantage for the junior out of Hewlett and a chance to break. And that was out.
Game.
So Zonova breaks Kaplan's serve for the second time in a row.
Second set.
And Zonova now goes up a break and leads 3-2 in the second set, already up 1 set love.
Well, 2 opportunities there for Kaplan to try to force it, for her to hold a serve. And each time Zonova came up with a big shot to get it back to deuce, and then when she gets the advantage, she closes it out. And Real has a real opportunity now. This is the game where you want to consolidate. You've gotten the break to get back to 2-1. Then you hold your serve. Then you get another break. Now you want to, if you're the junior, you want to keep Kaplan on the defensive. An opportunity to go up 2 games here in the second set, already leading 1 set to love.
She's a feel-good story, and that's even if you take tennis out of the equation. With all of the unrest in Ukraine, was able to escape a lot of that, to have the opportunity to live with her aunt. Certainly concerned about her family back at home. And making a home for herself in the U.S. and an opportunity to be a state champion now just a few games away.
There's a little bit of a lazy shot there from her. One of the few times we can say that. She got to the net, she had Kaplan on the defensive and at the return of her feet and really didn't get down to it.
It's a nice answer.
15-all.
It's a good response.
Yeah.
You let one get away that you probably had a chance, you were dictating the point. The way to get it back is with a good first serve.
Let's.
4 aces in the match for Zonova. A
15-30.
lot of flyer there. It trails now 15-30 in the
She's had a
game.
little more sprayers here in the second half, and she's been pretty on point with both sides in the first set. And you see there another one.
15-40.
Had the opportunity, had the short ball to attack, and just try to go a little bit too close to the line, and she pays for it.
Double break point opportunity for Kaplan.
And Kaplan had her off court and had an opportunity to close it out. Good deep shot, at least on the run there from Zonova. Keep herself in the point.
This has probably been the best return game for Kaplan this match, handling the first serve well.
Deuce.
On the line to force deuce, so Zonova thwarting a couple of break chances from Kaplan.
And this could be a real demoralizing hold if somehow Zonova can keep it.
How about that on the run?
Advantage Zonova.
Zonova with the winner.
And that was about as much emotion as she's shown in this match. She knows where she was 15-40 just a minute ago. And a little fist pump at the end of that after putting it down the line.
It's one of those points she knew she'd be out of position for the next shot. It was going to be her last attempt in the point, so why not go for it? Kaplan pops her right
Deuce.
back.
And takes advantage of the second serve. Good, strong return. And Zonova way behind the baseline, unable to answer.
Advantage Zonova.
Zonova. Another chance to hold and go up 4-2 in the set. And Kaplan pings the line.
Her angles sometimes have just been exquisite when she's really hitting the ball well. She really does a nice job. I mean, that's a great response.
Sydney Kaplan, the 2 seed of the tournament, just a sophomore, but James, as you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, this may be her last opportunity to compete in the state tournament. We'll explain in a minute. She's homeschooled half the day right now, which still gives her a chance to compete for her school. Advantage Zonova,
Advantage Zonova.
but it's very possible that next year she goes to full-time homeschooling, in which case we wouldn't.
She'd be playing more junior tournaments and obviously
Exactly.
traveling more, and then that would, have opportunities to move up the East Coast rankings. And
By the way, her homeschooling courses right now, Spanish and history. Her coach speaks Spanish, so she wants to be able to communicate with her coach. Deuce.
Deuce.
she tried to get underneath that shot, and she's tried to do that a couple times, and I'm seeing Zonova, and it hasn't been a good result. See there, watch this. Tries to cut underneath it. It's a great deep return, really strong.
Advantage Zonova.
Kaplan is kind of like disputing.
Some controversy over whether or not Kaplan made the call of out. It looks like she did not. So advantage Zonova.
Game Zonova.
The game.
And she's
Zonova leads
upset.
4-2.
She feels like she got wronged on that, and she's got to regather herself.
I'm wondering if she thought it was an obvious call, so she didn't make it herself.
Well, she's got to regather herself because you can see it's clearly bothering her.
Yep.
And Samoa's got a real opportunity to put this one away. Ooh, that was a vicious second serve. That was like, I'm going to let loose with a first serve velocity on my second serve and see what happens. And guess what? I mean, Zonova wasn't even close.
Kaplan won the first 2 games of this set, and Zonova has won 4 in a row.
You see Kaplan's starting to get back to that unflappable demeanor again.
15-all.
But that
Double
second
fault.
serve has not been very good, and first serve has been chunky at times as well.
Been unlucky for Kaplan.
15-30.
She now trails in the game 15-30. Double fault. She's now missed on 5 of her last 6 serves. And a double break point for Zonova to go up 5 games to 2 in the set.
If it wasn't for that second serve that she served as a first, she wouldn't have any.
Yeah.
And she got way too quick on this. She just got up there and took another swing, and she pays the price with her third double of the game and 5 straight.
So back-to-back double faults. Zonova gets the break and is now 1 game away from winning a state championship. And right now in the changeover, Kaplan needs to regroup.
And that's exactly what our coach is right now is saying. Look, you know, you got to overcome it. You got to forget about it. You're in a real tough spot. You need 3 games in a row just to get it back to even, to not allow this second set to end the match. And see that they're still discussing it. And she's saying, look, I thought that ball was out, but you just got to put it out of your mind. It's not going to help you now. And Zonova probably just can't wait to get going. You saw that when she saw that Kaplan was a little bit under the stretch, she got right up to the line and says, come on, let's go. I want to go. She understands she's got the advantage right now. She wants to put this one away right now with her serve.
Zonova has won on her service game in 7 out of 8 opportunities in this match. 1 more, and she's state champion. Maybe the nerves are creeping in a little bit at the thought of how close that title is.
She tried to direct that one in and try to almost guide it in. You can't do that. Just got to let it loose.
You see that when players start to think too much. Pick that one clean out of the air to square the game at 15-all.
$30-15.
30-15, Zonova's now 2 points away. Ksenia Zonova, junior out of Hewlett. #1 seed in the tournament from Section 8. 30 all.
Well
30
played
all.
from Kaplan. And Zonova back. The short return. Disguised her shot to the last minute and right down the line.
Just missed.
30-40.
And it was just wide.
Her serve percentage down in this game for Zonova.